Western Spring Television, ours it is.
It's another time with the goons in the studio, the guys, the ladies, no, the ladies and the guys and the ladies for the cruise. Tonight will be a great night. Good evening to you out there. Welcome to another episode of Jokes Aside. It's Western Spring Television, where we say it as it is. This program, bass goes, violence, anything can go. So you understand when I say violence, and my guys are ready to be civil today. No. I believe when the anchor says it's okay, it's okay. No, I believe so. Continues. So this show comes up every Tuesday, 8 p.m. And you can get past episode on our social media platform, Western Spring Television, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Once again, you're welcome to the show. Guys, how are you doing today?
We're good.
We're cool. What's up with the black? What's up with the black color?
We're trying to.
Babes, how far? Where do we not plan today?
We're trying to align with you. No, not the dress.
I mean this
skin.
That one said follow. When I want to align with my skin color.
Exactly.
But funny enough, this is natural, you know. Not be polished.
God given.
Not be bleach.
Black and shine.
So we're trying to identify with you. You know, black is beautiful.
God bless you.
We stand
black is beautiful.
So no, when King Eve come serious, they talk you know BRC, they talk Wait till you say happen. Say you want.
I said we want to identify with you. Black is beautiful.
Yeah, so, thank you so very much.
You've always been the only one all this while. Exactly. So we said, no, let's do this for him to too much. Justice for him to too much.
We do it for the guys.
Exactly.
We do it for our man.
Justice for him to too much.
Exactly.
Hashtag. Well, chocolate Cassie. But you all can't be black on
all
true.
Through. Exactly.
No,
not so my love strong for you.
Don't marry,
you know, when I was in the world, there was a lady that said this, and she's a very good friend.
Today?
She's doing well. She's a very good friend. She said, too much for the love. I said, wow, great. And me, when you show love, I reciprocate. No,
you said, wait, in the world, what happened between you
and how did you reciprocate, please?
Exactly.
Like I showed love back. Like.
How? What was the action? What happened?
She said you were in the world, remember?
Where did the reciprocation take place? In the room?
I took her out, she enjoyed herself.
And after that? And
that's all.
After
like,
that,
babe.
There was
You my G, my OG.
There was no.
Don't be scared. I'm not.
There was no.
What is that? Why the
Where did you get dog for us?
No. If you show me love, I'll show you love. For real.
No, ma.
For real. You my OG.
No, ma.
Confirm.
Exactly.
So what's up? How your day going?
I'm great. It's going fine. May started on a very good note. So like, it's going well so far, so good.
You know this cast now I can't person. If I look at she go the one that say she no one talks so kind. No now. I just admire the black. King Give, how far?
I'm good, I'm fine. I'm alive and I thank God for life.
I love your blouse.
Thank you.
Sorry, your top.
I need to wait there your vibrator.
I like the front, the way it be.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Is that
and the
all?
red shoe, you know,
Thank
or wine, right?
You guys actually know this is her birth month, so like we
Are
have
you
a
serious?
bash coming forth.
Oh, I'm seeing something like that. Oh, that she looks like cake.
Which one we can you want the chop?
Sorry.
She look like cake.
Yes.
You want
Which one
shop?
has
I
ulterior
bet you look like
motive? Which one I look like?
Then I like your beads, you know,
Thank you. Yeah.
kingy.
Yeah.
Representing.
Exactly.
Kingship.
Yo, Jamaica, what's up?
I'm cool.
You are looking calm
tired.
today.
Yeah,
You are
I'm
looking like
Just a
she
little
left
bit
your.
Hangover or hangover?
No, I'm just a bit stressed. Maybe from last week, you know. Last week there was no violence, there was nothing. We were just
So violence
cool,
gives you
calm.
life.
You like violence, right?
Violence is life to
But I don't know
Jamaica.
what's gonna happen
Today.
later because these ladies are wearing black, like
Ready to
But
massacre.
today, OG,
with that. Yeah.
100% I'm with you.
One love.
Chop knuckle.
What did they do this guys?
That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll, man. So I feel so happy to be here today, and I'm looking forward to this show tonight.
All right, great one. You're welcome to the show. We need to go on this short break. When we come back, my name is MC Too Much. When we come back, the topic for today, we'll drop it and we'll see how we'll be able to talk about it without violence. Everyone will be okay. If he hits you, stray bullet meets you, take or you dodge, you know. Today is going to be, you know, interesting. Just like last week where we, you know, everybody we were on the same page.
Exactly.
Nobody is fighting.
We don't be the same page today.
Why?
I know. I am seeing this Cassie. I know she can't be on the same page.
We'll be back, please, we'll be back. Song will make sense.
I don't understand.
But person when they want beat,
How?
No,
My legs
like
are
the
even
way
when they tie your
closed.
leg
Like
together,
there's-
they won't come beat you.
How?
No, when I say position, I mean the
Uniform,
way
you
where
do
you
like-
sit down.
No, I know you empty too much. So when you say this question
Yeah.
will make sense, I know where your mind is aligning to. And this is not even like there's no entrance. There's
There's
no,
a child in the
What
house.
is there? What is the entrance? What is
Nothing is
the
happening.
common entrance in
It's
this one? now?
closed, please.
No,
Close
see,
your mind.
see. I
Mine
don't
is
like
dirty,
this
oh.
thing where you did.
Mine is
Ah.
dirty, seriously.
The way you sat, or like the way you're facing me, great. You know, the
Great
discussion will
position.
make
This
sense.
position go make sense. As per future Kimi, waiting go make sense. No, be say-
Discussion
You
now.
don't say this position makes sense as per we are currently happening and all of that. It go make sense. Waiting go make sense.
All right, you're welcome back to the
Grammar.
show. Jokes aside, Western Spring Television. My face now is going to be. If I say, do we have to talk? And I make you the react like that. I like this position. It makes you like others. Wait now, say now that we are talking.
Now
All
you're
right,
in
I
tune,
like.
exactly.
All right, the topic for today, we want to look at old marriages versus the modern one. A lot is happening in marriages these days that we need to see to. We've seen that men probably they've lost it in terms of tolerance. Women, no patience. Awareness, publicity of how divorces are becoming the order of the day. And comparing it with what our parents went through, we want to see why the old marriages survive and the new ones are not even seeing the light of the day. Mama, they welcome Pikin come house back. Pikin wey don marry, come go in mama house. Mama still dey for a papa house. You see, it's something we need to talk about. So guys, looking at the topic, old marriages versus the modern ones. Do you think there's any difference, Cassie?
Well, I feel like the most glaring difference is the fact that we have a higher count of divorce rates now compared to back in the days. And I would attribute that to the fact that people are no longer willing to be treated like shit. People are no longer willing, or women rather, are no longer willing to sit down and endure in the name of I have to be married, I have to, you know, fit what the society wants me to do and all of that. People are now, you know, standing up for themselves and saying, hey, I deserve to be treated better. You're not doing exactly what you should be doing in the marriage, then I actually leave.
So you are saying people are not, they don't tolerate anymore, or they are not seeing it from the angle where our parents were seeing it from.
Our mothers used to tolerate, like, to the very end. Whether you are beating her to a pulp, whether you are beating her, you're making her lose her child at pregnancy, whether you are cheating on her blatantly, whether you are marrying several other wives and that's not the arrangement, she will still stay.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. We've even had situations where you even see the man, you know, probably raping the daughter in the marriage, and the mother will still stay as per, I have to stay in that marriage because society says I can divorce. But now, we have the freedom to say, you've done the wrong thing and I cannot stay any longer. So for my own mental health, for the sake of my children, I'd leave.
Okay. Can give.
Yeah.
Which is better? The old marriages and the modern one?
Okay. Yeah, kind of putting me in a very, very tight space.
I took you from a point. I don't want to talk about what she mentioned.
Yeah, kind of putting me in a very tight space now, because I don't want to say one is better than the other, because they're in different times, different ages. And we all are products of old marriages, whether we like it or not. And we are looking forward, or we are already in new marriages. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I can't say, oh, the old one is better now, condemning new marriages now, because everyone's got their challenges at different times. And I used to say that back then, the old marriages that we now kind of praise and hail, they had their own challenges too. But people don't really, or people didn't really get to hear more of their challenges, because there was no internet, there was no, you know, phones to communicate that so and so is happening to me, or go live and say, oh, I'm going through this in my marriage, or there are no blogs to carry failed marriages back then. But I believe that there were failed marriages back then, and you know, like Cassie said, our mothers tolerated a whole lot. They had patience, they had endurance, they had tolerance. You know, men back then.
Why do you think? Wait, why do you think it's only the women that tolerate a whole lot, and the men don't? The men don't.
You mean back then?
Yes, because our mothers tolerated a lot.
Yeah, that's because.
Are you saying the men were not going through anything at that time?
No,
no violence.
Definitely, I'm not saying there are situations where some men went through a whole lot in the hands of their wives. Do you understand? But I'm saying majority of the marriages back then, it was.
You are assuming though.
It was more of a master slavery, in quotes, kind of marriage. You have to listen to what the master says. You have to do as the master says, whether it is convenient or not, whether you like it or not, whether you have a contrary opinion or not.
Don't you think that is African? That's
not African. Marriage cannot be a master slavery.
No, not the master slavery thing, but Olowo Orimi, the man, the king of the house is talking.
The one that paid my dowry.
You should not interrupt. Don't you think that is the African mindset when it comes to marriage?
It is not, you should not interrupt. It is, you should not, what's that word I'm kind of looking for now? You should not have a contrary opinion.
Okay.
Not interrupt.
Okay.
You know, whether or not you interrupt, they don't want you to do anything contrary to what they have said.
All right, all right.
So that's, and I think that's kind of had a toll on also the children. That's when daddy says anything, you can never ever say otherwise, because it's like a kind of, the home back then was like a military kind of base, you understand? Daddy is like the general, so anything the general says, it holds. So that's how it was back then. But right now, you know, it's more like people now.
You see children questioning their daddy's decision.
Daddy wants me to do this.
The wife wants to be aware of everything that's going on in terms of finances and everything. And to
some extent, it has the merits and demerits.
Why you look me like that?
Do you understand? It has the merits and demerits. Do you understand? To a large extent. So I will not completely condemn it or completely exonerate it.
All right, Ja Michael,
You say that they look there.
You see,
Interrupt,
I'm trying to take it from different perspective.
Okay.
Then we'll now see it together. Now,
Okay.
don't you think the awareness, the civilization is affecting marriages these
It is
days?
really affecting marriages these days. Let me take it from this angle. I want to follow one of the elements of our job, 5 W's and H.
Yeah.
Then people knew, why do I want to go into marriage? You go into marriage, they know why. They have their when. They know who they want to go into marriages with, because they have parents we meet. You go and do investigation about. They know who. They know what they are going into, and they're prepared for it. They know where they are coming from, and they know how. They already try to define how they want it to be. But these days, people get married for
No just reason.
for flimsy reasons. Because my sister is married, my brother is married, all my friends are married.
Or I'm getting old.
I'm getting
I
old.
need to get married.
I need a man. Some ladies are getting married because the man is rich. They just need a man that will take care of their liabilities, their
And a
responsibilities,
reason
and
will be that
stuff
one
like
now.
that.
People even had that reason back then. A whole lot of our mothers
People
married
used to
our
trend
fathers
back then more,
because
It
they needed
it
the
is not as common as this.
financial
But now
freedom
with the
from
advent
home.
of technology and all those stuff, people they see a lot on TV, they see a lot on the internet, they read a lot, and they want to live such lives. You see, Cassie here want to live a life of the Kardashians.
Not at all. I want to live my own kind of
And
life.
Cassie is a Cassie of Oshogbo. Want to live life of Kardashians.
Cassie of Oshobo, first of all.
We are here in Oshogbo.
I am Cassie of Cassie.
Eve in
I am
Oshogbo.
Cassie of my father.
Eve in Oshogbo want to live like Ashanti in US.
Okay.
Two
Did I
different
ever
environments.
tell you that?
You said something the other time. You said something is African. This is Africa. We have our ways, we have our culture, and they say culture is a way of life. It's a way of life. We have our way of life, we have our culture. But these days, it seems that with the advent of this technology and all this, they call themselves Gen Z. Gen Z. With the advent of this technology, Gen Z, blah, 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 it's a new order entirely, and the order does not fit into African setup at all. So I think that is what we are getting wrong. They want this equality.
In marriage,
Women want to stand
shoulder to shoulder.
with men, like we are together in this. Whatever if you can say this, I can say it too. If you can do this, I can do this too. But when light spoil for us, if you come and call me, come and fix it.
Have I ever called you to come and fix light before? Have I?
Because you're not my wife. If you are my wife, you come and if you are my wife, you
I
call me.
can never.
Okay.
If you are my wife, you call me.
Wait, you
Come
go
and fix
climb.
snake.
You go climb up, one.
I fix my light myself.
Wait,
I've fixed my changeover myself
example,
before.
Example,
I'll
they
fix
give
my
you
generator
say my
myself
wife.
before.
when
You will ask me
something
to
is
come and do
wrong
that.
in the house, the wife, they have that tendency of calling your head.
Yes.
Yes,
How does
Because
that
he's
thing
the
is
man-
there. This
the
thing is there.
Because he's
It
the man
is-
of the house. And if I even...
You said
if I
it is the
no,
man of
Good,
the
good.
house.
No, if I even...
Whereas you want to be equal with
Okay.
the man of the
Can I
house.
say something?
Okay.
If I even call you...
That's
to
why we have
come
lots
and
of landlords,
fix issues,
landladies and
I feel
landlords.
it should be... He should feel honored that I'm calling
It's
him.
a
to-
lie.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because I identify him as the man of the house.
Okay.
Do you understand?
So who will you call?
Wait, I can fix things myself. I grew up fixing things myself. I can
Okay.
fix my generator myself. I can fix my changeovers myself. I grew up
Engineer,
fixing things
You
myself.
service Jane?
I grew up fixing
My
things myself.
talk my Jane get issue.
We will carry and go fix her.
I can fix that small generator myself.
Okay.
I can service it myself.
Okay.
Because I grew up with the mentality of I'm human as a man.
Now, how many ladies
yeah.
can do this?
It's a matter of
How many
it's a
ladies
matter of
can
choice and what you want.
can even put on generator?
Wait, why we even emphasize
No.
Ordinary mosquito, they
Wait,
cannot,
wait.
cockroach.
He was trying to make a point that
It deviated
in
actually.
Africa,
No. Part of it now.
in Africa, we look at the fathers like the soldiers of the house.
That is it.
If anything they stop now, go
They
hide
could
for Baba.
defend. Yes, now.
For daddy back.
We go hide, they
Even
go
Momsi
stay.
go hide for daddy back.
Because we want
Because
to
you-
be our protector. right?
Yes,
So, like,
yes.
How is that? How is that saying?
Wait
I'm
now,
equal?
wait. Now he's talking about the recent women
Yes,
now.
now, Gen Z.
They want to remove that
Yes,
part
now we are
in marriage.
equality.
They want to say, okay, we are
If you can
both
do
in
this,
this
I can do it.
marriage. Whatever you do in this marriage, I can also do. You are the father, I'm the wife, so I have a say, 100%,
Yes.
which I'm not.
Can I say something?
Wait,
Can I say
wait.
something?
Then also, you cannot say we are. If you are saying, do you want to be equal in the marriage? He is saying that it means some of these things will not come to play again.
Can I say something,
Okay.
please,
Say it
very
now,
quickly?
say.
Now, you know, we always say we are joint heirs with Christ. Do you understand? And we
No, Christ, God,
wait,
all those
we
things.
make claims to you know, blessings of God. We say, I'm a joint heirs with Christ. What Christ owns, I own 100%. Christ owns 100, I own 100. That really necessarily doesn't make you equal with Christ. Do you understand what I'm saying?
From your own
Perspective.
perspective.
What you can do, what Christ can do, you necessarily can't do.
Christ's own is quite
No.
it's different.
Yes.
No,
Wait,
no,
wait.
no.
He's almighty.
See, some of you women,
Do you know what I'm
some of
saying?
you women, you don't see it that way.
Do you know what I'm? Can
Okay,
I land?
land.
Now we are differently enabled. Like we are different.
Okay.
You're a man. I'm a woman. I have breasts. You don't have breasts. You have a penis. I have a vagina.
Okay.
Do you understand? We are different. That's why I don't use the word what a man can do, a woman can do better.
How many
I
ribs
use-
do you have?
I use what a man can do. Maybe we should.
How
do
many
a
ribs do
surgery
you
and
have?
Let's check.
No. Now
But-
from our ribs, they come up from our own ratio.
And you are believing that nonsense.
Ah.
What I'm saying is,
Okay.
you see now you have messed up my thoughts.
Sorry.
But then,
Regain your thoughts. Regain your thoughts. Regain your
All
thoughts.
right, all right.
so what I'm saying is, what a man can do, a woman can do differently. But that does not mean that, you know, when people say equality cannot be attained between a man and a woman, I'm like, so are you telling me that I'm less human than the man?
Probably
Am I
they'll be
less
seeing
human?
it from the perspective of equity, not equality.
Yes,
now.
so God bless you. Equity.
Everybody will be considered
Yes, considered.
in decision making and all of that.
The same way. Yeah.
But we cannot operate the same.
Equally.
Then the men also ought to realize, do
Cassie,
you understand?
fire down.
They
She's
ought to
boiling
realize
already.
that marriage is not a master-slavery relationship.
Yeah,
It's a
sure.
partnership. I've heard a man say, marriage is not a partnership. You cannot say we are partners together in marriage. It's not possible. I'm the head of the family, so you can't say we are partnership together in family. The same Jamaica that is saying we are Africans, we have to behave African. It's the same man that will want a wife who is a career lady, who can bring food to the table, can bring money to the table, as he is. Back then, our mothers really, most of them, all they had to do was take care of the family.
It's a lie. Mothers then, some of them they follow their husband, go farm.
Hello?
They go to the farm together. They will,
Hello?
after bringing out the yams, they will carry it
Hello?
on their head with the children.
Hello, can I
Yes,
finish my
that is why.
That was why they married lots of women.
That
then.
was why
They will
many of
marry
our
like 4,
forefathers
5,
will
6
marry
women.
a lot so that they can answer.
Wait, calm down.
we are
calm
waiting,
down.
we are
The
waiting.
same
The
way-
human resources
the same
for their
way
farm.
Men married teachers so that they can cater for. See, what I'm saying is, back then it was more of women taking care of the children and the home. While the men
Okay.
do the hard job
They
to bring
provide
the
for the
real
family.
money for the family.
All right,
But
thank you
it's
so
not the
much.
It is not the same now. It is
King
not the
Eve.
same now.
So that
Cassie.
because men are now, women are now working too, we must be equal, right?
Guy,
Let's hear from Chocolate
let us
Cassie.
finish.
She's downcasted.
It be like say
Emotionally.
when are they weak, must not drop points.
You see, the whole, I know everybody has, you know, freedom of opinion. He can say his own parts, but his own reason why marriages in the past are better than this one, it doesn't even hold water.
You see now, you are following my reason.
It doesn't hold water.
Right?
Of course.
First of all, he said back in the days, people get married because of society, this, that, my sister is
I
married,
said
blah, blah,
5
blah.
W's and H.
So he said that's what used to happen
Yes.
now, actually. Actually, that's what used to happen back in the
then.
days.
Yeah.
That was why people
Yeah.
would be pressured into marriage and they would want to stay inside the marriage because society says you have to be married and you don't want to be a single mother because
Yeah.
single mother
How many
was
ladies nowadays know what they want?
stigmatized. But now we're, you know, having that awareness that anything can happen to make you a single mother. It is not the end of the world. Don't
Okay.
stigmatize it. It is fine and good. And at the same time, he said something else. The fact that we're saying we want a say in the marriage does not mean we don't respect you.
Exactly. That's my
doesn't
point.
mean I have what I
Okay.
say. It doesn't mean I could say, okay, I want to have a say. You want to have 5 kids in the marriage. I want to have 3. It's my body. It's me that will go through all the whole if this, that, tearing and everything. Consider me. Give me a chance to voice my own opinion. Consider. Let's meet. Let's compromise. Let's meet in the middle. That doesn't mean I don't respect your opinion. It doesn't mean that if you say something, I'm going to now say no, you can't. I'm not. Not every lady is like that.
But we see it every day. We hear it every day. We see things happening every day. We see women always saying, no, this is what I want. Doesn't want this.
What we are saying is, when men treat us wrongly, when a man batters you, when a man is giving you domestic violence, emotional, verbal violence, we can stand up for ourselves and say, I'm not going to let you treat me this way.
Because
that
I'm
doesn't
human.
mean I'm asking for
Because
equality, this, that, this. I'm only saying, treat me right, and if you don't treat me right, I'll walk out. Simple as that.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Treat me right. Do you know that in recent time, some women compare themselves with others because you want to be treated right, or you want your husband to do what you want? Your friend or somebody you look up to, or something prompts some women to, get to the level they are. That is not them. But because of what is happening around them. Imagine a woman that almost all her friends have divorced. Do you understand what can be happening in that circle? That nothing a man will say that will make any sense to them. If that lady is not careful, they'll talk her into her own divorce.
Yes, now.
On the flip side, imagine a man who is surrounded by cheats.
Exactly.
Imagine a man who is surrounded by women.
I don't even know why we are surrounding this discussion around women.
No.
I don't know why it's actually around women. Marriages crash today, not because of the women alone. I don't know why we are excluding the men from this discussion.
If we are talking about,
I said they knew what they wanted, why they wanted it. I said
somebody said that the awareness, modernization, civilization affected the women more. Could that be true?
Let me tell you.
Wait.
I am
Could that be true?
Sure. I am 100% sure that if there's any article that is saying women awareness is affecting or destroying marriage based on the women living, it is a man that wrote the article. You know why? Because men are not happy that women are not standing up for themselves.
Wait.
Men are not happy that they can no longer get
nobody. No. Nobody is saying domestic violence is good.
Men have been abused too in marriages too.
Your wife is no. What we are saying now is we compare a lot. We've seen a lot. We've read a lot. We've experienced a lot, and some of you are not using it to your own advantage. Some of you are taking the negative part of what is happening now.
The unfair part in this society is that if perchance a man is being abused, or maybe he's not getting the respect that he wants in the marriage, blah blah, he can decide not to leave that marriage. But you go and be having side chicks outside, do whatever he wants
because he's a man.
And the society will pat him on the back and say you have done doing well.
Will you not say because wait
because we have
will you not say wait in our society,
a woman that is being abused,
we have solved a lot of things. You cannot
chocolate Cassie. In our society, a man is allowed in an African setting. Wait. In an African setting, a man can marry more than one. Am I right?
No,
now, wait. In Africa,
in Christianity.
In Africa, wait now.
I'm married.
Relax. Now.
My uncle is a typical. My uncle is a Christian.
You have your rosary.
My uncle is a Christian. He gets in the no follow. My grandpa is a Christian. He married my grandpa from the father's.
Can I say something?
All right, guys.
Everyone, let me quickly drop.
Let me drop this.
Because of what Cassie said now.
See, my side chick can be my girlfriend. Wait,
our fathers of
my wife.
Do you understand? Wait, let me land. Stumot said something about the fact that we are Africans, and in Africa, a man can have more than one wife. Do you understand?
Now, you did not allow me to land. I wanted to ask if a woman is allowed to do that.
Can I say something?
Now, if you are not allowed to, I'm not trying to say cheating is right.
Yeah.
But if you are not allowed to do that, now
Too
why?
much, can I say
How
something?
will you survive
Christian
it?
marriage, are you
Too
allowed
much,
to
can
cheat
I
as a
say
Christian?
You are not. You are
As
not
a
allowed.
Christian,
Now,
so
I am not an
why
advocate of that.
When they marry, they get another wife now.
See,
She's not
it's not-
a-
let me say something. Now, I would not have an issue with a man having a second wife.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, that's how marry another person after marrying you.
If it didn't vow,
To stay with you alone.
that's my issue.
That is, if,
Like,
if
you
he
did not
discuss
take
it
that
with
vow-
you even before the marriage.
Yes, I
then,
have a man that said he told his fiancée, see, I'm not doing this one wife one thing. In the future, I might be tempted to take another wife.
and
He said
so,
it to her beforehand.
if she agree, oh, it work. If you
Do you
don't agree,
understand?
waka.
And I don't expect such a man to go and take a vow in the presence of God and people, saying, I promise to stick with only you, forgoing all others till the end. And we see a lot of our African men go to the altar, go to registry, take this vow, and the next day, the next month, the next year, you're seeing them breaking that vow. And they come out and say, I'm an African man. Then why did you
Yes.
take that
This is
vow?
exactly what happened with Yol and me.
Then why
Okay,
did you take that vow?
Very
We should
unfair.
go and go to Africa now. We should
Why-
be, we should go to church
we
again. Or go to
we
court
blame
again.
our leaders.
Because I
we
don't know.
blame
Wait.
Too much
Do
we
you
blame
want to
our leaders.
bring Yul into this?
It's a prime
He
example.
married the
It's a
second.
prime example.
he-
There was
he
no
ma-
agreement that he was going
Wait.
to do that with her.
Why will
He
I-
married the
This
second
can
wife.
change
Yes.
now.
All right.
This can
You
change.
see,
You
we
can marry another one for another reason.
We
This
blame
can change
our
later.
leaders that during their swearing-in ceremony, they swear by the Bible, you know, in the presence of the whole nation, that they are going to do this, this, and that, put the country first, protect lives and property, and at the end of the day, they renege on their own promises. So what moral
So if leaders can do that, why can't a man that marries one
moral
wife?
justification do you have?
Are you listening to our point?
What moral justification do you have
you listen
to
to
talk
what
to
she
leaders that they took vow and they renege on their own promises, while you, as a married man, you've made a vow before God on his altar, in the presence of his priests and people, that you will stay with this one woman and forgo the others. Like you will see them, but you say, no, I choose to stay with this woman because I have made that vow. And you just did it because you feel it's part of an activity, it's part of the events
Things
of the
can
day.
change, yo.
What things can
All right.
The reasons why
if you are
you can
just
be feeling-
I don't
joining
think
us,
I don't have reasons. You don't think
if
I
you
don't
are
have
just
If you are not
joining
getting
us,
peace with one woman, you can marry
is
another
jokes
wife.
You don't think I don't have
aside.
reasons to cheat?
and this is
Our
Western
brothers
School
did it.
Television,
I did not
channel
die, yo.
190 Star
And our
Times.
mothers
You-
took it
you
You
and
can
do have
get
issues.
more of this
Accept.
show on our social media platform. As it be say, una no go allow one person.
No, he has issues
Make I
because-
welcome other people where just
Wait,
join them. Make
if
una
he's
dey
saying
calm down.
there might be
Allow
other reasons,
one person
is
to
he saying,
land.
wait, is he saying that I cannot have reasons to cheat? Is he saying after marrying a man that I think is handsome, I cannot see more handsome men, more responsible men, richer men that I feel I should be
àwọn
with?
ọkùnrin lè láyà mẹ́fà
At this
kó
point,
burú.
at this
Ọkọ
point,
tẹ́yìn
we
kan
need to
ayọ̀
go
ṣẹlẹ̀
on a short
olúwa
break.
mílíọ̀nù fóbìnrin,
When we come
think of
back,
yeah,
it is
think of
still
Chief Correct
jokes
Officer.
aside.
You know something?
Named Mao Zedong at birth, but globally known as Mao Zedong, he was a Chinese revolutionary and founder, People's Republic of China, which he led as chairman of the Chinese Communist Party from 1949 until his death in 1976. He was a communist who believed in the attainment of power by the instrumentality of gun. His wise saying, "Political power grows out of the barrel of gun," formed the major plank of his revolutionary struggle for the control of China. In the long span of his leadership and political power, Mao Zedong relentlessly entrenched the communist philosophy in China, which emphasized the revolutionary struggle of the vast majority of people against the exploiting class and their state structures. The communist leaders defined the class struggle as people's war. Mao Zedong was a story of grass to grace, having risen from peasantry to preeminent status as China's most respected leader. Western Spring Television identifies Mao Zedong as a major character in history.
Talking about our parents those days, we've seen them live for a long period of time, and a lot will happen. Marriage is not a bed of roses. Welcome back to the show, jokes aside, Western Spring Television. My name is MC Too Much. Chocolate Cassie, King Eve, and Jar Michael, they're here. And the topic today is old marriages versus the modern marriages. You've heard it, those that have been with us since morning. For you that's just joining us now, you get to flow along with what we are talking about. Now, I was saying something. Yeah. Let us now see the reason why the marriages this day fail.
Now the women.
Have you taken a survey?
We see,
you get one answer.
We see everything.
No, you don't conduct
now,
survey
wait,
before.
wait.
They see everything.
Let us look at. Why did you look me at?
I didn't even look at that.
Let us look at the old marriages. You see marriage of 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
44.
And let us also know that marriage is not a bed of roses. Life itself.
Nothing in life is.
Good. Now, because of the awareness we have these days, every little thing is red flag. Every little thing is
why would
red
this like
flag.
that? I can't marry him because it's this
We
like that.
can't even say, let us even try, let us
Let us
see what is happening.
Let us even, let us.
Wait.
Not let the woman even try.
During the days of our parents, they fight, they quarrel. Some even go to the level of family, where they have to call family meeting, and some of them separate over time, and they'll come back.
Yeah.
But this day, we don't get to that level at all.
about
Before the woman or the man will go, there, and we hear more from the women.
Yes, now.
You know what?
Because most time they
don't
play
want to
the
hear everything
victim
because of all
card.
this new
Like men, like the men are beasts. Everything you hear these days is that the men has come, men are this. Are you saying you guys don't have any flaws?
Let's talk about how many women have lost their lives in marriages because they.
How many men have also lost their lives?
If you check the ratio, you see it's women.
Exactly.
You know how many women, non-born men, we don't do everything.
If you check the ratio, the number of women that have lost their life because they were being battered, but they just had to stay and could not leave, and not because they didn't have enough finance or because they were scared of what society would say.
Yeah.
Just because the man felt, oh, because I am the man of the house and I'm an African man and blah 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 is a man's word, I can do whatever I want to do, and she has to keep short about it. Let me use my own personal experience.
When you married.
I'm not.
He beat you?
I've never been in an abusive relationship. I've once been in a relationship where somebody threatened to hit me. I didn't allow him to carry it out. The moment he said, blah, 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 I will hit you, I packed my loads and I left. I did not wait for him to carry it out.
All threats, people carry out all their
Out
threats?
of the abundance of their heart,
take threats
the
as
mouth
jokes.
speaks.
Not
I
in
do
all
not.
situations.
Out of the abundance of
See,
the
see.
heart.
When police say, I go slap you.
Do not always think that
You see, the thing is, I know
because
this
I've said
person.
it is something
No,
I can do.
I know who I was.
You must have pushed me. Now,
you need to understand
for
something.
every violence, for every domestic violence, we should not be quick to judge the man. Let us dig deep.
Maybe you are talking.
I've seen a situation where, in the past, where because I was angry, she made me go haywire. What did I do? I pick up my clothes, let me leave.
She will not allow you to go.
And say, oh, I'm talking, you want to
Somebody
go.
did that, yes?
She held me. Assuming say I can't slap him, she come for naked somewhere, he can't wound.
Someone even got me injured.
Nobody will talk about what happened, what led to that.
Did you break up with her after that?
I didn't.
Why?
But
You had the freedom to leave, so why did you stay?
Because he endured.
He knows see
It's
the
from the
light
old
of the
marriage.
day.
He endured. It's
Why
from the
you
old marriage. He endured. And today you're happy with the person, right?
No.
You're happy with the person.
Who tell you say you don't marry the person?
Not my wife.
Okay, talk.
But at the end of the day, that was not the reason why you left the person. Because you endured.
No.
You felt like, well, it's something I can still
See.
But now, any small thing like this,
Let me land my point.
We can be sweet and also be
You know this
worse.
thing you're
Nobody is
saying,
perfect.
this thing you're saying about threats. I was dating this person who used to beat his workers. He used to have these bike men. He
They be there.
he had this, bikes, and the bike riders would come and work for him, drop the bike at the end of the day, and give him the money that they remit the money. He used to beat them up. So I already knew he was a violent
the
person.
money no
Why?
complete,
Why?
Abi.
Because maybe they did one or two things. I really didn't care.
The money in the Florida,
no
they
complete.
punch
He
them.
used to beat them.
Now money no
So
complete.
if somebody that is as violent as that threatens to hit me, what makes you think it's not possible that in the future he will carry it out? I don't joke about such things.
In the beat, he
I'm telling you, he used to beat his workers.
No, maybe money no complete.
So for him to threaten me.
Jamaica is saying, so because his money is not complete, he has the right to beat up human beings.
Money, I said maybe money no complete.
So he has the right to beat them up.
I can already tell that.
No. I'm not saying he has the right. We are different individuals.
Wait,
Why you can take things, you can take something. I may not be able to take it that way.
As an African, really?
No.
Wait, as an African,
Don't put me with that one. No.
When our fathers had, people working for them, if they did something wrong, they beat them.
Yes.
And it was cool.
Yes.
Because they are the masters. John Michael, would you do that as an African?
If they beat you,
I don't get anybody way they work with me.
Huh?
And
If
I said
your
something like,
oga-
I
wait,
said
if
we're
your
different
boss-
individuals. We have our individual
if
differences
your
now.
boss- John
Naturally,
Michael-
I don't like anything that has to do with
John
fighting.
Michael, as
Have you
an
ever seen me fighting
African-
anybody? Have
Do
you ever
you
heard of me
also
fighting?
Can you
know
answer
that
the question?
Have you ever heard of
there
me
are
fighting with anybody or having
possibilities?
anything that has to
There
do
are
with fight? I don't like
possibilities
fighting.
that he might not touch you.
He will. I say he
See,
will.
you cannot say
You won't allow me to finish
100%.
my story. That is the thing.
Let's say I experience. Let's say I experience.
You won't allow me finish.
Tell us your experience.
I've literally been in an argument with this guy where I was literally in the parlor, and then he went into the kitchen, and I was hearing knife. We went in a sharpened knife. He was.
Nah, like no
I
sharpen for
swear
you.
to God, I'm on national live TV. He
Now
was
you the sharpen
sharpening
for. Now you the sharpen
He
for.
was pissed.
He want cut orange now.
Which orange?
Now onions, you want prepared noodles.
I
Where
couldn't
be you?
believe that
Now you
what
just
I
the
was
reason
hearing
like
was
that.
what was about to happen. So I walked into the kitchen, and his eyes were bloodshot red.
Wait.
Now
Then what
onions,
you
they
go
cut. Yeah, they cut onions now.
I ran out of the house.
Wait. Do like this when I cut my ear.
No. Probably the guy was.
You
cutting
ran out?
onions.
I ran out.
Was cutting
And that was
onions.
the end.
No.
The other day you go,
That
go
was
wake
the
up.
end.
I personally will not
See,
tell you to stay
Exactly.
in such
So you cannot say you wait for him to
relationship.
carry it out.
What I'm trying to say is some of you overdo this thing.
Yeah.
When it says na red flag, when he do na red flag.
Sorry.
When
I have something
not
else to
all
do.
of
I
this.
have this guy.
What you say or something
I
else?
have
Let me
this
say
guy.
something.
You know why?
Too much.
Do you know why?
Somebody told us a story on Men on Court one day. They said they had an issue with his wife and he was trying to excuse the wife, but the wife was like, "You must kill me today." I mean, they were knocking the door. At the end of the day, they came in. The woman, the one had already injured the man. Oh. They didn't see that. Oh. But when the man, the lady was not on the floor. The man was just holding the woman down. That don't injure me again. Don't hit me again. People came in. Mister, why are you beating your wife? Do you want to kill her? And the man did not touch her.
Empathy for women.
Yeah, you want to kill your wife.
Very strong.
It is really happening.
The man does not matter.
Yes.
Until he dies.
If he die, me die.
We always
And that's why
feel
lots
that
of-
it is the
lots of
woman.
landladies,
It's
lots
their
of landladies
weaker
and landlords.
vessels.
Leave.
You don't know that verbally you can violate a man
Yes,
that will
oh.
make him
Yes,
hang
oh.
himself.
That is
Yeah,
what
leave.
And we don't see
If everybody
this
is
thing.
living, who go remain?
If we leave,
Who
who
got
go
remain?
stay?
Die.
Everything leave.
Everything leave.
Can't we find a
If God is
way?
not like Eve for my ear. Leave.
Everybody, you know why I said when you talked about red flags and you say that they will say, oh, this one is a red flag, they leave. That one is a red flag, they leave. I believe women are very emotional beings, and they
Men
believe,
are not.
Wait, men are less emotional than women.
Okay.
That's fact. That's
Okay.
a fact. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now,
Who did the statistics?
a man can see. Yeah,
Continue.
A man can see red
Continue.
flags in a woman,
And
in
work
a
on
lady.
it.
Not even work on it, and still not. He will still be there with her. Do you understand? But in his mind, he has left. Like mentally, emotionally, he has left. But he's still there. This is still my babe. Do you understand? He's looking for another way out. Maybe if I see another lady, I will drop this one and marry
But do
that
you
one.
also know
But
that
for a
that
woman,
man
but for a woman,
may
it's not
stay?
like that. But for a woman, it's not like that.
She's not
Because
allowed to
a
have
woman
alternatives.
Cannot exactly. A woman cannot say, "Oh, I see this red flag for MC too much body, so let me just stay with him. Let me have another man by the side
She's
man."
not allowed to do
you
that.
understand? So
Why?
Do you
You
want to do that before?
that's what I'm saying. That's why a woman will live at every red flag.
Do you know in recent time, the side cock where women get don't come pass, be careful.
Yes.
Women are even they are more, wait to be the English now.
I'm not proud
They are
of
worse
I'm
when it comes to cheating in
not-
modern
yeah.
time.
I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud
In
of
modern-
it. and
am I
not-
right?
I'm not
Yeah.
proud of it.
I can't agree with
True or
that.
true?
I
I'm
can't
not
agree with
agree.
that.
True or
There are
true?
women
I know
that
you will
cheat.
not agree, but we
There
know
are
now.
women that cheat.
Even in
now.
marriages,
not
we've had a
ruling
lot.
out.
A lot.
Married women.
A lot.
A lot of them.
Of course,
Every day we dey
why
say am,
are you
every
using
day.
so much emphasis
No,
on this particular topic?
Baba,
see.
when I go do, make they free. There they test, make they free. You go sit, you go sit.
Both of them have an agreement to come and massacre women on the show. That is why they are
No,
using
no,
so much
no, no,
energy.
no, 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 no.
But let me tell
No,
you,
we
yes,
are,
I'm
we
not
are
going to
saying it the way it
massacre
is
you.
here.
yes,
I
women
don't massacring you.
Yes, women
We are saying the
cheat.
truth.
Yes, men cheat. Nobody's going to say all genders cheat.
But in
We do
recent
know.
time, babe,
But
it has
It
increased.
has increased.
Uh-uh.
It
Over
has
increased.
increased.
Now we dey say,
Because
Women
guys have
have
that
taken
liberty.
charge. Women
they are in charge.
are in the world
they
of
are
cheating.
in charge.
It's the
Now they be president
It's
now.
the
We ain't no-
awareness, and I don't know why men cannot seem to take it. They can't take a test
is
of their
the
own medicine.
problem.
I'm not proud of it, but I want to say it's actually the awareness. Do you understand? And why are men feeling so pained? Like now you see how it looks like, how it feels like when a woman catches you cheating. And you're
men,
like, why
they
is she
can't take it.
overreacting?
They can't take
But
what
you
they
now
give out.
find a lady
thing.
cheating,
We are not same.
and you now
That is where the equality
Wait,
comes in
wait,
again. Oh.
we are
That
not
is
saying-
equality again. Oh.
No, we are not
They
They
saying.
want to do what a man is
You
doing.
know what? You know
Why
what?
can't you take what you
A
give out?
They are doing what the man is
can.
doing.
A man can.
There you go.
Wait
I see
now.
married-
Wait,
I see
let
married
me
woman.
land.
I see married-
Wait.
Emotions, Abi.
A man can.
without his
And we
mind.
come back and you'll be fine. Once a woman goes out, it's
You are
finished.
dead.
That's what you guys
It's finished.
came up with to make
Once
sure that
a woman cheats on a man,
And but
forget it. That man
Make
is
she go
gone.
enjoy the
I don't
other
think so.
other
That
guy.
man is gone.
think
Make she go enjoy the other guy. Pass
If the man still
Not
remains,
yet.
there's
They are
nothing.
No,
in-
not in all cases.
Uh-uh.
We've seen women that cheat for various reasons.
See,
What
Not
are the
in-
like
not
like
in all
EG?
cases.
EG.
if you
If the
cheat
man is impotent,
because of
if the man is not
no,
satisfying
no,
her on
no,
bed,
that
if the man
impotent,
is,
so we
you know,
understand
there are
now.
a lot of reasons why
if
women cheat.
woman cheat on a man, you know, you guys don't just.
They are emotional beings.
But
now.
recently we don't say when I don't turn men. Some women don't
You
turn
attach
men.
emotions
They
to it,
can
everything
wipe
to it.
pay
that's
and
it.
they'll still be okay.
It's
what
the
changed?
awareness.
Why-
really?
That is what I
the
was talking
awareness,
about,
and
the negative part
no,
of it.
and
You're
I tell you,
sounding pain
women-
because it's being done right back to you, but it's what you're giving out to them that is
Exactly.
We are not
back
the
at
same
you.
now. We are
If
not
you know
the
you cannot
same.
swallow
You just said
it,
We are
something. You
not
said
the
ladies are. You said
same.
women are emotional
Don't
beings.
dish it
They add
out.
emotion into everything they do. When they are
Exactly.
cheating, the emotion is attached.
If
For a man will just
woman
go,
don't
the man
wipe
just
a one man,
wipe anybody and just come off face.
And
make
you
go
think
come
it's
back
okay
home.
for you to wipe
No, I'm not
anybody
saying.
and come
I'm not
back
saying it's okay, but I'm saying that. When a woman is cheating, she cheats with her emotions.
All
So everything is
I
attached to
know
it. But a man can just do it
So
and
which
just
one is better?
come off
Cheating
face.
with emotions, cheating without emotions?
Now the emotion bad part because
This
if you
guy
kill your
that
husband,
is a
if you kill your
clown.
husband last, if you
Cheating
kill your
is
husband,
cheating is
now you go
bad.
kill your husband last.
Cheating is
Because you know
cheating
what?
is bad, and you don't think you that cheated on
You
your
will
wife,
plan with
you will
the-
not come
with the
back with
other guy outside to kill your husband.
You will not come back and give her infections. We've had cases of
See,
men that actually
don't carry her
infected
go that place again.
their wives with HIV, infected their wife with herpes.
Okay, I don't know women too who have infected their husbands with HIV. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know men. I don't know men who are not cheats and their wives are cheats.
Guys,
Show me the
we've,
man.
we tried today, and I thought there will not be violence today, but
It's a minimal violence.
it's not much because the people I expected are not like Kasna. I don't know what she took today. She just been,
wanted to value
you know.
because
But
I know
now
what you're getting to me.
we don't have much time. your take. The old marriages versus the modern one. If there are differences, and some people are to be called out, what can you say?
It's very simple. Men are no longer happy about the fact that they cannot get away with the things they used to do in the past. And now women are now, you know, getting awareness. We now have NGOs, we have laws standing up for women that can, you know, take this man to court if he's beating you up, we'll actually hear you out. You can actually leave, you can divorce, you can do a lot of things. Women now know that, okay, society actually cares about them. We care about your well-being, we care about your mental health, we care about your life. So now they know that they actually can live, and men are not happy about this at all.
Yeah.
So they are fighting tooth and nail, the way both of you are fighting on this show today. They are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that women will still be in bondage, in pain. You guys still want us to be in that bondage.
Emotional blackmail.
Nobody wants you in the bondage.
That's what you want.
Seriously.
You want to be able to cheat, but when the woman cheats back at you, it's a problem.
I am not an advocate
of cheating.
But you say no be the same
I am
thing.
not.
Be
I am not.
No, be the same thing, right?
But we are not same. That's what I want to
Yes,
know.
that is
King
that
Eve,
is
please.
bondage.
Okay, so I'll just say that
We are not same.
we all should actually I'll just say that we all should actually work on ourselves, and I think men need to erase the master slavery mentality. You know, they feel now that person that used to be like a slave to them now sits in the same room with them. You know how it feels when someone that used to be under you and you are over that person now sits on the same table with you. Most men, actually. So
I'm talking about the men of the old.
That's what I'm saying. Men of the old, see.
We are enlightened more, and we need you guys around us. Let us rub minds.
That's why
but it's affecting us.
No, men need to.
We give una 1 yard.
No, men
carry
need
the
to
full house.
understand that they also need to work to make it happen in marriage. Like, you have to understand that the women we have now are not back then are not the same women we have now. So you have to actually work together.
Don't just bring the bare
to make
minimum.
it work.
All right, John Michael.
One is simple.
To be simple before.
Wait till they talk, you know.
Let's go back
maybe we
to
just move.
1985.
Our culture is our way. Culture is our way of life. Let's go back to our culture, and let's forget about all these new ideologies that are sitting under religion. Culture is a caucus. Religion is a borrowed course.
But that borrowed course, if you not pass.
All right.
We shall do it.
Thank you so very much. What I would say is, let us, whatever we learn, let us get the positive part of it and not be infected and not use the negative part of it to affect our lives. A lot is happening. Marriages must last. I'm an advocate of marriages must last. Yes. We are tired of divorces.
Yes. With partners doing the right things.
We are tired of divorces.
Yes. Both partners, the men and women.
Hashtag marriages must last. So you don't want the marriage to last.
Respect me very well.
Next week will be another time. My name is
Respect me very well. Respect me.
Thank you so very much. Thank you for being there. We'll see you next week.